Good day, my dear BA29 students. I hope that you're all doing well. So, welcome to Strategic Management and Overview. In this unit, we'll cover the following. First is your strategic management. So, we will define what is strategic management, the key attributes of strategic management, also the strategic management processes, which includes first is your strategy analysis, second is your strategy formulation, third is strategy implementation, and strategy evaluation and control. To complete this topic, we also need to know or discuss the role of corporate governance and stakeholders management. So by the end of this unit, students must have or must be able to define and familiarize the key attributes of strategic management, describe the components of the strategic management processes, and of course, appreciated the vital role of stakeholders management in corporate governance. With our desired learning outcomes in mind, let us now dive into the foundation of discussion by exploring what strategic management is, what are its key attributes, and how does it differ from management. So, before we delve into strategic management, let us first establish a clear understanding of management itself. So, its definition, what are the core processes and essential components that supports organizational goals in today's business environment. So, let's get started. So, what is management? So, management has been defined as the process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling the activities of organization in order to attain its goals and objectives. So, in today's business, the functional areas is also includes such as your HR, your marketing, operation, research and information communication technology. We have also your finance and other functions related to. So these functional areas are indispensable components. So, with a clear understanding of what management entails, let us now elevate our discussion by defining what is strategic management, and let us explore how it builds upon the principles of management to drive long-term success. So as you can see on the screen, the definition of strategic management. Now, there are many ways of defining strategic management. Okay. However, for the purpose of this subject, we will define strategic management as the analysis, decision, and actions that an organization undertakes in order to create and sustain competitive advantage. So this is according to the following author, as again showing on the screen. So while we're able to define what management is and what is strategic management is, can we now tell the difference between the two? Okay, so let us differentiate them. So strategic management differs from management in that management focuses on the day-to-day running of the organization and its operation, while strategic management focuses on the overall direction and long-term success of the organization naman. In other words, management is about maintaining the status quo, meaning refers to the current situation or the way things are right now, while your strategic management is about making changes that lead to improvement. So I hope that you're able to identify and differentiate what is management and what is strategic management. Now that we define what is strategic management and what is the difference between the general management, let us now take our discussion further by examining the four key attributes of strategic management that of course set apart and drive its impact on organizational success. So we have here the key attributes. So first is strategic management is directed toward overall organizational goals and objectives. That is, effort must be directed at what is best for total organization, not just a single functional area. So, ang ibig lang sabihin niyan is that we need to have focus on the overall goals and objectives. So, strategic management ensures that discussions benefit the entire organization. So, again, na-mention natin dyan that what is best for the total organization, not just one department. Okay? So again, what are the functional areas that we have mentioned a while ago? So we have HR, finance, operation, and etc. etc. So let us take a look into an example. So again, we specify it in your industry. So in tourism and hospitality, we are not only relying on marketing department alone to increase bookings, but it means aligning marketing operations and guest services to improve the overall guest experience and achieve business goals, such as increasing bookings or enhancing customer satisfaction. Another key attributes is your strategic management includes multiple stakeholders when making decisions. So decisions in strategic management consider the need of various stakeholders. Now, the question is, who are the stakeholders? Are we familiar with stakeholders? So, your stakeholders are those individuals, groups, and even organizations that have a stake in the success of the organization, including its owner. Pag sinabi nating owner, they are called your shareholders. You have also your employees, your customer, your supplier, and the community at large. So going back in this key attribute, second key attribute. So let us make or create a example. So when decisions are made, the interests and impacts on these diverse groups are considered to ensure sustainable and ethical outcome. So all of their perspective, kung ano yung ano nila, yung suggestion nila, as much as possible, we can consider them as long as it is aligned with our goals and objective. So for example, a company might evaluate how a new product launch not only drives profit but also aligns with one, your customer needs. Kailangan ba yan ng customer mo? Yung supplier mo, your supply capability, kaya ba nilang i-sustain yung supply nila for your product? And of course, your societal expectations. Meaning, we need to create a balanced approach in order for us to have a sound decision, or we have in order for us to balance approach in terms of decision making. Next, we have strategic management incorporates both short-term as well as long-term perspective. Must maintain both a vision for the future of the organization as well as a focus on its present operating needs. So, ano lang yung sinasabi nitong sentence na to is that we need to look into balance between the short-term and the long-term perspective. Now, your strategic management ensures that your organization addresses current operational needs while keeping a clear vision for your future growth. Again, example, in tourism and hospitality, this might involve managing daily guest satisfaction while planning to expand services such as opening new destinations or gusto nyong mag-upgrade ng facility or to attract future traveler. So we must focus on our short term as well as we also need to focus on the long term. Next and last for your key attributes of strategic management. So your strategic management involves recognizing or recognition of trade-offs between effectiveness and efficiency. It means being aware of the need for organizations to strive to act effectively and efficiently. Now, we have two measures of organization's performance, and these are your effectiveness and efficiency. Now, how do we distinguish effectiveness from efficiency. So when we say effectiveness, this means tailoring action to the need of the organization rather than wasting effort. In short, doing the right thing. Okay? So just to add in, effectiveness measures how well our goals are achieved. Focusing meaning on result. Or so again, effectiveness focusing on result. Effectiveness is a clear checking how well a company or plan actually reaches its goals. So it's about making sure that the result achieved match what was supposed to happen. Kung ano yung goal mo, ano yung objective mo, dapat you need to make it sure na match kung ano yung dapat mangyayari. Okay? Again, effectiveness and efficiencies are two important concepts in business and management that are often used together. Or sometimes, napag-i-interchange pa natin sila. On the other hand, your efficiency. So your efficiency implies performing actions at a low cost relative to a benchmark or doing things right. Okay? So efficiency measures how well resources are used to achieve result. It's about making sure you use as little as possible to get the most you can. So in order for us to properly understand it more or better, let us take a look at each of these examples. So we will identify examples of effectiveness, being effective and being efficient. So first item. So implementing a new customer service systems that improve satisfaction is an example of effectiveness. What about streamlining customer inquiries to save costs while maintaining service quality is an example of efficiency. Another example of efficiency is when a tour company adopts an online booking system that reduces administrative costs while maintaining quick and accurate reservations. Okay, example of efficiency. And last example for effectiveness is when a hotel implements a loyalty program that increases repeat bookings and enhances guest satisfaction. So I hope that with those examples, you're able now to differentiate what is effectiveness from efficiency. Okay, so for an organization, the objective or the aim is to be both effective and efficient. So wala dapat tayong i-priority. Priority natin effectiveness over efficiency or the other way around. Hindi. Okay? Achieving goals while minimizing resources use are better. Okay? Being effective but inefficient, it wastes resources. While being efficient but ineffective fails to achieve goals. So the ideal is balancing both. Okay? We need to balance both. So having explored the key attributes of strategic management, let us now move forward by discussing what are the processes of strategic management. So again, pag sinabing processes, these are the step-by-step approach that an organization use to develop and implement effective strategies for long-term success. So this is how your SM processes. So we have strategic analysis. Under strategic analysis, merong mga activities dyan. Following that is your strategic formulation. Again, similar thing with strategic analysis, meron tayong mga activities dyan. Following strategic formulation is your implementation. Following that is your strategic implementation and control. So let's proceed with the following step. So your strategic analysis stage is part of your strategic management process, and it involves the thorough examination and evaluation of an organization's internal and external environment in order for the organization gain insights into its strength, your weaknesses, opportunities, and threats are also known as your SWOT. So we will use your SWOT analysis as a framework or as a tool for us to assess mentioned criteria. So in this particular strategic analysis stage, or in this stage, it is crucial because in here we are determining the direction of the organization, and at the same time we need now to identify its goals and objectives. Okay, so under analyzing organizational goals and objectives, okay, so a firm's vision, mission, and strategic objectives from a hierarchy of goals that ranges from broad statements of intent and, of course, basis for competitive advantage to specific, measurable, and strategic objectives. Again, na-mention na natin also a while ago your external analysis. So, analyzing the firm's external environment, meaning it involves monitoring and scanning the environment as well as analyze competitors, including the following models or framework, which includes your SWOT, your PESEL, your Michaels 5 Porter forces, and many other tools to scan our business environment. We have also your general environment, which consists of several elements such as your demographics, technological, and economic segments, from which key trends and events can have a dramatic impact of the firm. And also your industry environment, which consists of competitors and other organizations that may threaten the success of your firm's product or even services. Along organizational analysis, under external analysis is your scenario analysis. Okay? So, meron tayong internal analysis dyan, which includes also your value chain analysis and your resource-based view. Yun yung mga framework for internal analysis under scenario. Also, in assessing an organization's intellectual asset is another activity. So, the knowledge workers in a firm's other intellectual assets, example nito is yung patent. Okay? These are important drivers of competitive advantage and wealth creation. It assesses how well the organization creates network and relationship to enhance collaboration among employee as well as technology as means of accumulating and storing knowledge. Moving on, your strategic formulation stage. This particular stage is a crucial step in strategic management processes because it is where the organization now identifies its goals, your objectives and strategies based on the information gathered in your strategic analysis stage. So, again, you cannot move forward for strategic formulation not unless you're able to get information from your first stage. So, the strategic formulation stage involves collaboration and decision making among different departments and functions within the organization. So, as you can see on the screen, meron tayong business level strategy. Yung second is your corporate level strategy. And third is your international strategy. Now, the goal of this is to create a unified, coherent, and well-aligned set of goals, objectives, and strategies that will guide the organization's future direction. Once the strategic formulation is complete, the organization moves on to the next stage of their strategic management processes, which is the strategic implementation stage. Yan. So in here, your strategic implementation refers to the action made by firms that carry out the formulated strategies, including building strong organization through organizational design, your organizational culture, and even your strategic leadership, among others. Now, the success of strategy implementation stage is critical to your overall success of your strategic management process. Again, in this particular stage, it requires strong leadership kasi nga you are now going to implement, yeah, what you had for your first and second stage. Ano pa ang require? Clear communication and focus on execution. Again, ang gagawin natin dito sa stage na to is to design and organize and yung culture. So, yan, we need to focus on. Okay? Also, we need also to focus on ensuring that the organization's goals and objectives are achieved. The last process, okay, is your strategic evaluation and control. So your strategic evaluation is defined as the process of evaluating your strategic plan and monitoring organizational performance so that actual performance can be compared with desired performance and corrective action taken if needed. So yung paggamit natin ng mga tool in order for us to evaluate how well we are in terms of our set objectives or goals or our strategic plan. So, in other words, your strategy evaluation and control stage is an ongoing part of your strategic management process where the organization regular monitors and assesses its performance. Ano usually ang ginagamit na tool for us to assess performance ng organization? So, meron tayong ginagamit na yung balance scorecard. So, later on, as we go along with our discussion, pag nandito na tayo sa stage na yan, we will try to look into or discuss paano ba gamitin ang balance scorecard. And also, in this particular stage, if you're able to see a pithole or a loophole, then it's time to make any necessary adjustments. Okay? Saan? To our strategies and to our plans. Okay, so again, in your strategic evaluation stage, it includes the basic activity. One is examining the underlying basis for a firm's strategy. Another one is comparing expected result with actual result. And of course, taking corrective actions rather to ensure that performance conforms to the plan. And of course, your strategic control. So your strategic control is concerned with tracking the strategy as being implemented, detecting any problem areas of potential problem areas, and making any necessary adjustment. So in this particular stage, again, it is also important as it is the process that helps the organization to continuously improve the performance, and not only that, of course, to stay aligned with goals and objective. So kailangan nating i-control kasi 'di ba, yung iniiwasan natin is that along the way, as much as possible, diretso lang tayo. Okay? In a sense that we are on the right track, trying to achieve kung ano yung strategic plan natin na ginawa. Okay? By regularly monitoring and assessing its performance of the organization, it can make any necessary adjustments to its strategies kung yun yung medyo reason why we're not able to somehow achieve it, or kung hindi naman sa strategy nakakaroon ng problema, baka talagang sa plan, and that ensures that it is on the track to achieve your desired outcomes. So those are your strategic processes. Okay, the different stages of strategic management. So let us now proceed with the role of corporate governance and stakeholders management. So corporate governance, according to Robert Monks and Neil, this refers to the relationships among various participants in determining the direction and performance of corporation. So how do we govern an organization? So there are primary participants. So we have, of course, your shareholders, obviously. And apart from the shareholders, meron din tayo yung, of course, the management itself. And it is usually led by the CEO. And of course, the board of directors. Okay? So sila yung main actor, main participants for governance. Okay? How they will run, okay, the organization. So to develop and mobilize people and other assets, leaders are needed throughout the organization. So everyone must be involved in the organization. So that doesn't mean that they are the leaders, sila na lang lahat. Hindi. It requires all. Okay? We need to include all, including employees. Kasi we cannot achieve our goals naman without the help of employee. So as much as possible, as leaders in the future, we must be able to let them know, discuss them, ano ang plan natin, anong strategic plan natin, what are our vision, what are our mission, what are our goals, so that they will contribute in achieving that strategic plan. Also, your BOD, sino yung mga BOD? They are the elected representatives of the shareholders, and they are charged with ensuring that the interests and motive of the management are aligned with those of the owners. And of course, your top level executive or your CEO. Again, they are the key in setting the tone for the empowerment of employees. So, without them, again, we're not able to achieve what the organization or corporation wants to achieve. And that yun yung role nila in order for yun yung role nila to govern the corporation or to the organization. So that's it. That is our discussion, or that is the overview of strategic management. So with those process, yun yung expectations natin as we go along with our course, which is your, again, BA 29. Once again, thank you very much for listening. I hope that you're able to get the or understand the lessons, and that until our next discussion, for now, we will end our discussion with this topic. So once again, thank you very much and have a good day.